Up to him. Let me see your chain. Here you go, rapper. Put it on his neck. Let me see your watch. He put it on his wrist. Then, dude tried to run off with it.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers. So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. Now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, as y'all know, just the other day, we covered the story of the Minnesota rapper by the name of PNV ADOTT, who went to OBlock allegedly for a feature with another rapper from OBlock. And when he got there, he was robbed for his chain and his watch. Now, the story that was circulating all over social media is that he was set up by guys from OBlock, and although he did come with a friend or maybe friends, that friend, a specific one, ran on him. And that friend happens to be another individual by the name of Velo. However, there's been a twist of events because a close source has told us that the back door didn't just come from OBlock themselves, but instead, it was opened by the same person he went there with, who he considered a friend, which is that same guy, Velo. I know, a whole different plot twist than what we was told. But this will make sense because when the incident first happened, the first thing I automatically thought was, well, what happened to his friends? Right? Because if he got beat up like they say he did, then why wasn't his friend beat up too? Why wasn't his friend beat down, robbed, or whatever the case may be? If you're going to rob one, you're going to also rob the other because somebody else will have more on them as well, whether it's money, jewelry, whatever the case may be, the friend would be involved if he wasn't in on it. Now, on social media, we were told that his friend ran on him because I'm sure at the time, ADOTT probably assumed the same thing, but OBlock is one way in and one way out, right? So if you ain't from there, it'll be hard to maneuver to get to the entrance/exit without you being caught by someone who's actually from there and know their way around. So the part where they said he ran and got away was always a little sketchy to me, but I guess we know why now, because we recently found out that the friend Velo allegedly was a part of the whole thing the whole time. Now, for the ones that aren't too familiar with this story, I'll go over what was said on social media, then tell y'all the real story behind what's really going on behind the scenes that we was informed by a close source. Now, we were told on social media that a rapper named PNV ADOTT from Minnesota would come to Chicago's most recognized neighborhoods, Parkway Gardens, aka OBlock. He was set to do a music video with a rapper from the area, which is why he was even there in the first place. A friend by the name of PNV Velo will accompany the rapper as they travel for the music video, and we've seen the two together in a video that looks like everything was all good in the beginning, where the rapper will post in his IG story of him walking through OBlock. Well, the good time was short-lived because according to a female individual that was there, she stated that someone from OBlock asked ADOTT to see his chain. When ADOTT would give him the chain, the individual then asked for ADOTT's watch. And that's when he gave the watch to him as well. Finally, the individual would try to take off with the jewelry as ADOTT would manage to snatch the chain back and run from him as well. Now, before I continue, let me tell y'all one thing, man. One thing's for sure, two things for certain, right? If somebody asks you for your jewelry, especially if you don't know them, 9 times out of 10, they're trying to take your jewelry. Now, I don't know how it goes in Minnesota. I've never been there like I explained in the last video, but they must be some very generous people because where I'm from, if you ask somebody to see their jewelry, that's like asking somebody, hey, what size you wear? You know, when they ask you your sneaker, hey, what size you wear? You tell them, hey, your size or my size. You know, however you want to approach the situation. But all jokes aside, if somebody ever asks you to wear your jewelry, especially when you're not from there, you don't know these guys from a hole in the wall, that should be a red flag. An immediate red flag, man. Now, the problem is he wasn't from there, right? So he must have ran when he ran into the wrong place, and they finally caught up to him. When they did, they would jump him, take his chain, watch, and prompted him to leave OBlock. Now, after everything transpired, ADOTT would take to his Instagram to respond to the situation by saying, quote, at K.16normal4, why y'all not telling them how I snatched my chain and beat your butt in the apartment? Laughing emojis. It took like 5 of y'all and the N-words I was with ran on me. Speak facts, y'all sweet. Now, according to him, he said the N-words he was with, so I'm assuming it was more than one. However, the friend that we're going to be talking about is V-Lone, which is the one that would be accused of running on his friend and leaving him for dead. But we're told by a close source that it's actually deeper than V-Lone just running from him, because allegedly he was the one that set everything up from the beginning. Now, which is why he was never a target or a factor for the OBlock guys in the first place, because like I said, they're not just going to rob one person, right? You could get more if you rob the whole group of people. So why would I let you run when I could possibly get whatever in your pockets or your chain or whatever you got with you, I can get from you and your friend and the other whoever's with y'all, and I could get more from y'all rather than just robbing one person. But the source tells us that V-Lone's name and character is already in question out there in Minnesota, because back there, a lot of the people he's been hanging around coincidentally been getting backdoored in weird situations already as well. Somehow the common factor in all these weird situations happened to be V-Lone. Now, it's even been rumors that he's wore a wire against a man by the name of Lil Nas in a current case that he's facing as we speak. Now, although it hasn't been 100% confirmed, the sources say V-Lone has been leaving the trail of police behind him as they will mysteriously raid houses that he's been at, as if V-Lone is luring them in there. Now, when it comes to the situation in OBlock, V-Lone is allegedly related to one of the guys from Lamron 300 or some way closely affiliated to them, and that's how that connection exists. Because PNV ADOTT don't know nobody from there, but he was lured down there, but the whole time it was V-Lone who made it actually happen and would allegedly take a cut from whatever they took from ADOTT for the role he played in the whole situation. Now, during the incident, it said that ADOTT's watch was taken, his chain was taken, and he had a large sum of money on him that was taken as well and sent back to Minnesota on a Greyhound. Now, after that situation occurred, this confirmed everybody's suspicion of V-Lone back in Minnesota of the backdoor tendencies that he had, because there's no way that coincidentally they go out of town and something like this happens to ADOTT, and guess who's involved once again? V-Lone. Now, if y'all remember, there was a video floating all around social media at a point in time not too long ago where a kid was on live and got backdoored by his own friends while he was on live, where he would hand off his weapons and they would walk clean out of the apartment after he gave it to them. Check this out.
Don't laugh. Me pistol packing. You get whacked. Hey! Hey, where's Shorty at? He gotta bring my Glock. Devontae! He gotta bring my Glock back over here. He too far with my. He trying to get on with that little ball, okay. See me, I be ready to throw me friend up in a plug, give me a thug, get me a hood, I snuck my snub inside of the club, okay. Where the they at? Hey, don't tweet.
Now, I don't know if y'all noticed, but if you look closely, you will see that that somebody was V-Lone. And I don't know if maybe he's trying to get back for that situation or got a chip on his shoulder because of it, so he feels he's going to backdoor everyone and their mothers now. However, he was backdoor himself before, clearly, so he should know firsthand how it feels when it comes down to it. So to burn that type of bridge and do that to somebody you would consider a friend, not only that, but knowing that you're not from Chicago, so you have to go back to Minnesota and face the wolves. You see what I'm saying? That's just a weird situation to put yourself in. You know, I don't care what type of money that's involved, nothing. You actually have to go back to your habitat and deal with these same people that's already questioning your character from prior things that already happened before. So all the questions and weird, conspiracies and coincidences that they had in their head of you before, now it's just been confirmed that they are actually right, and however they proceed with it is how they proceed with it. Now, of course, ADOTT is aware of the disloyalty because he responded to everything in his IG story by posting a picture of V-Lone, if I'm not mistaken, with the caption saying, quote, "Close that back door," but he put the door emoji. And this bar is taken from Lil Durk's popular song Backdoor, where he would say, quote, "Close that back door, can't get snaked by my homies." And for y'all that don't really know what the back door mean, it's when somebody close to you set you up, whether it's a friend, family member, or whatever, with the knowledge that knowing somebody wants to do harm to you, whether it's to rob you, kill you, whatever. Now, I'm not from Minnesota, nor have I ever been there, but if I had to judge from these occurrences that's happening on social media, I'll say that it's a lot of snakery, backdoor vibes going on out there. And you don't only have to be aware of your enemies, but you have to watch for the ones you call your friends as well, unfortunately. And when it comes to OBlock, for anybody that considers visiting OBlock, just know that these guys are robbing each other, right? If y'all remember the whole situation with OBlock Durkee, where he actually is from there, like these are his guys, but they robbed him for his chain as well. So if they're robbing people who's actually from there, you being the outsider, what you think will happen to you? You know, and if you wearing jewelry and you not even really like that, they definitely going to try you, but that's anyway. You know, if you trying to stunt, you're not really like that, you acting like you are, integrity is always going to be tested, and I say that all the time. So if you really want to act like you like that, you're making songs about spinning, drilling, and whatever you're doing, and you wearing jewelry, you're inviting that type of energy to yourself, so you have to be prepared at all times. Alright, so that's pretty much it, man. We just find out that ADOTT was pretty much backdoored by not only OBlock, but his own friend. So let that be a lesson to a lot of you guys coming up. Everybody's not going to be a friend. I don't care how much you consider them a friend or whatever. It just is what it is. Alright, so y'all watch yourselves while y'all out there. Y'all let us know how y'all feel in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'ma keep on dropping. And I'm out.